Sales is a numbers game. The more sales conversations that you have, the more likely you are to turn those conversations into conversions. So if you run a service type business and you want to grow your sales, then you need to focus on getting more prospects to have a sales conversation with you. And that's where attraction comes into play. Because by using attraction marketing techniques, you're going to get more people to have conversations with. So here are some ideas to generate some more sales conversations. Set up a lead generation system. Use a lead magnet combined with a landing page to build an email list. An email list gives you an opportunity to have a sales conversation with your new prospects 7 days a week. If you go networking, make sure you follow up with people that you spoke to on the day. Sending the follow-up is a surefire way to initiate a deeper conversation, which could lead to you booking a one-to-one in the future. Use social media messaging to attract prospects and grow your audience. Having regular content to go out on your social media platforms will help you to attract more prospects to your lead magnet. And make sure you nurture your relationships. There's no use reaching out to someone and saying, hi, let's connect, and that's it. Start a conversation. In order to maximize your nurturing techniques, you should maybe get yourself a CRM. You could start with something as simple as a spreadsheet, or you've got other software like Capsule. You've even got other software like Popcorn CRM, which I highly recommend. So there you are, some surefire ways to get more conversations and turn them into conversions. Sales is just a two-way conversation. A good appointment should result in a win-win situation. Yes, you want to get the sale, but what you should be thinking about during your meeting is, how can I help the person in front of me? If that person is qualified, then you already know they're potentially interested in what you have to offer. So everything you say and do should be focused around deepening your understanding of your prospect's problem, which will help you to position your service as their solution, or not at all. Like I say, it's got to be a win-win. Here's some tips to help you with your presentations, or to help you get more presentations. Use an online calendar and link it to your phone diary. There's nothing worse than playing message tennis when you're trying to book a meeting with a prospect. Eliminate the toing and froing of, and have yourself a calendar link ready to send. On that same point, using a tool like Calendly means you can pre-qualify the prospect before the meeting, which means you can ask them questions in advance to help you prepare for the meeting. You can even take payment on the Calendly paid plan. Another good way to improve your presentations is to practice or role play your presentation. The more you do something, the better you get at doing it. Record yourself on your phone or stand in front of a mirror and practice your pitch. Or get someone who will listen to you and practice in front of them. Another way to improve your presentations: talk less, listen more. 2 ears, 1 mouth. Your prospect should be doing most of the talking. If they are not, it's because you're not asking the right questions, or you're not asking enough questions. You can use a tool like ChatGPT to come up with questions that you can ask that uncover needs. A great way to practice your pitch is to go networking. Most networking events allow you 60 seconds to say your piece, so you can get across to the room who you're looking for and how you can help them. The added bonus being that while you're there, you may pick up some solid appointments along the way. For a full list of online and offline networking events in your area, check out sites like Eventbrite. Handling an objection is an art. But if your presentation has gone smoothly, then you should not really encounter them. So how do you get better at handling objections? Well, you get better at handling objections by making a note of the objections that you're getting and finding a benefit of your service that overcomes it. The great thing about knowing what objections are likely to crop up, you can head them off during your presentation. Think about presentations that you've been part of where the person in front of you has answered a question that you hadn't even thought of. Some great tips for handling objections. You need to know your service from front to back, inside out, upside down, and side to side. So any questions that get asked can be dealt with in a way that the prospect sees the benefit, feels the benefit. Head them off at the pass. If you've asked the right questions, then you should have uncovered and answered any objections that are likely to have arisen. Practice answering your objections. The more you do something, the better you get at doing it. Record yourself on your phone or stand in front of your mirror and practice overcoming an objection. I know some people might think you're a little bit crazy if you do that, but do it by yourself. When you finish your presentation, evaluate your performance. If you've had to drive somewhere, before you get back in your car, sit down, take 5 minutes to reflect. After that meeting, take some time to think about what went well and why. You also need to think about and make a note of any objections that you did not answer so well. You will get better by practicing this. You can head prospects off at the pass by answering objections on your sales page or your website. Use an FAQ section on your landing page to answer common objections that come up. This is a great way to pre-qualify prospects before you even speak to them. If you want to grow your business, then you need to get comfortable asking for the sale. That also means charging what you are worth as a minimum. If you're listening to me now and you're charging less than £50 per hour, then put your prices up now. If your presentation has gone well and you've addressed any objections that come up, then your prospect may have already asked you what the price is. This is where a lot of small business owners go wrong, as they don't address it. Do not be ashamed to say your price. Tell them, then shut up. Here's some tips on turning those conversations into conversions. Test intention. Use questions to determine how serious the prospect is about using your service. How serious are they about overcoming the problem that they're telling you about? Have price variables. The reason that you should start with a higher price point is that it allows you to discount if you need to get the business. Think one session £75 or 6 sessions £250. Do not assume. It is not up to you to decide what a prospect can afford. If they want to work with you, they will pay your price. Stop talking. Deliver your price and shut up. Shut up. Let the prospect digest what you have said and only speak once they have answered. After you say your price, if you've addressed all the objections, there are usually only 3 things that a prospect will say. Yes. Can I pay in installments? Or that's too much, which is normally dressed up as another answer like, I need to speak to my partner or business partner. If you've qualified that person, you'll know they're the decision maker or not. At this point, you want to go back to your questions or introduce a discount to make your offer more attractive. That is why it is important to charge the right amount in the first place. The APOC system is something that I teach as part of my Sales Without Being Salesy coaching sessions. But it's not just about sales. There is also a heavy focus on attraction marketing. Like I've said before, if you're not getting enough sales, you're not speaking to enough people. So the focus is on making sure you get better at both. If you would like more details, you know what you need to do. You click a link, send me a message, go on the site. See you all later. Thank you very much. Why am I saying that?